Kerrie Stanley.
And I'm Dolly Diamond.
And welcome to Kerrie and Dolly.
Oh, evening, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really well, and you?
Oh, I'm really good too. Do you know what? When the sun comes out,
it makes
just
a
makes
difference.
you feel good.
Yes.
You know, we're in Melbourne. We know what the situation is like here, so we're not even going to touch on that. But boy, when the weather is good, it just makes everyone feel quite that little bit of spring in the step.
It really does. And it's now in Australia. It is October. Wherever you are in the world, you're just a little bit behind us. You'll be there in a minute. But we've launched into this month with even more of a positive attitude, haven't we?
Absolutely. We touched on it last week. You know, we really aspired to it, and that's why we are here. You know, and we're going to be on your screens and your devices, what have you, till December. So we're super thrilled about that. We hope you are too. We know you share your love for what we do and the show each and every week, and we're really thrilled about that. So stick with us, my friends.
It means the world, doesn't it?
It really does.
We are going to open up tonight with a fabulous song. We wondered way back in the day what we would name ourselves. We had a few different incarnations, but we settled on that and we like it. But Fab the duo would have been good as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We'd have been all right with that. But it was already taken by these two young men. Roll the video.
We got a day off tomorrow. Asked what should we do? You gave me that look, and then I knew. I got an invitation for you, babe. Better RSVP, cause not many people are coming. Just you and me. So turn on some lights, set the mood. It's Friday night, no work in the morning. We got nothing else to do. Turn on the speakers, play some new tunes. Be my dance partner, show me your moves. Step into the water, put on some shampoo. It's just me and you, we'll have a party for two. We'll have a party for 2. Today, the party continues with self-made gourmet food. No shirt, no shoes, no pants, but 5-star service. Success, but we're in this. We got dishes to go through. So grab a sponge, we'll have some fun. You know what we've gotta do. Turn on the speaker, play some new tunes. Be my dance partner, show me your moves. Step into the water, put on some shampoo. It's just me and you, we'll have a party for 2. We'll have a party for. Is my mic on? Okay. Listen, y'all. I know the world is frustrating and angry and oh so annoying. But sometimes you just gotta close your eyes, grab that bottle of wine, and dance the night away. You just gotta let it go, baby. Okay? You're at Club Fab now, baby. Let's go and dance. Dance with me. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, okay. Get it, girl.
Hi, my name is Greg.
My name is Brendan.
And together we are
Fab
the
the
Duo,
Duo.
and we are so excited to be on Kerrie and Dolly, so thank you so much.
Have a great rest of your day, and remember, be you, be proud, and be loud.
Have a fabulous morning.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, all the way from New York. Oh,
We
Greg-
love Greg and Brendan. They've been watching for weeks.
we love that. Hello, boys. That was
Love it.
fabulous. Did you
Oh.
enjoy that? Because, oh, God, we sure did. What a great clip.
Bloody
I love
what
a
an
man in
opener.
heels,
Oh,
too.
I know.
Good shoes, boys.
And you wear them, doesn't he? Oh, my, well done, boys. We are so glad we could open with your number. They've got so many great tracks. Check them out.
Yeah.
Fab the duo.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh.
And what we also love is everyone making little comments on the socials. We see them, we read them. And I absolutely love this one. And it actually just says, say my name, Benny Boyang.
Oh,
I've said it. I hope that's good.
Benny Boyang. It's like we need a day of Benny Boyang Day.
And,
I love it.
And for the first time, watching from California, hello, Elizabeth. Waiting to see Reece Mastin, who's coming up.
Reece is
shortly,
on the way.
having a little chat with them. So thank you
Oh,
to everyone
yes.
who's watching. And we'd also love the comments from Anetta. You both look so glamorous.
We love that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you can always make comments on social media, and if they're nice, we will always read them. Always.
But what we love about all of our darling viewers, and there's so many of you that are regular watchers, and we so appreciate that. We see your comments and we do read them and we love them. And we do love taking compliments, of course, because each and every week it really is the only time we get an opportunity to dress up,
Yes,
to put
we
some
love
makeup
it.
on.
Don't we?
it's
We
very
love
nice.
it.
I love it.
Although we met up the other day and you were wearing lipstick.
I
couldn't believe it.
We had to go into the city for a meeting, and I had a Zoom class with some students prior, and I went, you know what, I'm putting some lippy on, because normally my everyday face is lipstick, and it's always kind of this
I thought you'd had work done, but it was just a lovely lip.
a good lip. But of course, having the mask on, I then had
It's not easy,
No,
yes.
I then had to go to my afternoon job, which is the hair and makeup artist at ABC, and I took my mask off, and it looked like I'd been indulging in some, I don't know,
Yes,
hashing or something.
Like a
because
night
it was,
after Mardi Gras, isn't it?
It was pretty much like that. It was everywhere. So thankfully, mask back on. You
Yes.
couldn't see. It looked like, the next day wonder. It was pretty funny.
We, each and every week, we go to the newsroom. It is the Joy newsroom. We rely on it, we love it, and we've got our Judy with all the news.
Judy Kelly from Joy News with an optimist's bent on what's making news this week. 8 peak Australian sporting organisations have today launched policies and guidelines on trans and gender diverse inclusion in their sports. The organisations included represent AFL, tennis, netball, water polo, rugby, hockey, touch football and university sports. Today's joint launch was driven by ACON's Pride in Diversity initiative and also includes a pledge from several other sporting organisations to develop trans and gender diverse inclusion frameworks. Queensland Police have launched a new form for trans and non-binary people to update their gender identity online. Previously, people would have been required to attend a police station to update their details with authorities, which typically only happens when they witness or are involved with a crime. The new process was developed to prevent misgendering and the use of dead naming, and the LGBTI Legal Service has welcomed the new online form, saying it will likely lead to an increase in the reporting of crimes. And finally, for now, Qantas have retired their fleet of Boeing 747s, but aviation enthusiasts can purchase memorabilia from the iconic planes as 1,000 fully stocked galley carts go up for sale. Qantas say the pre-loved carts are ready to be adopted by those with an appreciation for aviation collectibles and an eye for design. The carts include a bottle of champagne, 80 mini bottles of wine and 2 pairs of Qantas business class pyjamas. I'll be back a little later with more from Joy News.
Please stand by.
I'm Fen Belling, and I am so excited to be hosting a new, live, interactive variety show.
Friday Nightcaps at Chapel.
To set your weekend off with a bang, Chapel has rounded up a ridiculously amazing list of guest artists, including some very special and familiar faces. Every Friday in October, starting from the 9th, we will be coming direct to your living rooms via Zoom. That's right, you get me in my sequins and slippers. Music, comedy, cabaret, daggy jokes, a little something for everyone. You may even get to see me jam to this. Dress up, dress down. But come and join us for a cheeky nightcap from Friday the 9th of October, 8:30pm, Chapel of Chapel website for tickets. Proudly brought to you by the City of Stonnington and Chapel of Chapel.
Oh, that's a great clip, and we're going to hear all about that shortly. But we just want to jump back a little second and say welcome to the Kerrie and Dolly family, deaf newsreader Robbie Burrows. Welcome.
Yes, and those trolleys that you can get, the old airline ones.
Yep.
I think they've all gone.
They sold out really quickly.
Oh,
yeah,
you can bet. I looked on Twitter. There was Joel Creasy. We would have sold everything to get one of those.
But
They
did you
looked
get one?
camp, didn't they?
Yeah, how fun.
Oh, I want one of those. Yes, we mentioned. There I am. Here you are. Here I am. Oh, more than one dolly we don't need. What we've
Dolly
got,
everywhere.
though, is coming up next Friday night, and you just saw the little clip there. The wonderful Fem Belling is MC of a brand new online streaming gig brought to you by the City of Stonington and Chapel.
Which is one of your favourite venues.
I love it, not just because it's down the road and I can walk back, but it is absolutely gorgeous. We love the people that run the venue. In fact, Ibrahim, it's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Ibrahim.
Yes, happy 50th. And joining us is one of the main guests coming up this Friday, not tomorrow, Friday week, is the one and only, and he better be there, Reece Mastin.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Oh, we are all the more better
wow.
for seeing you looking all rock
Yes,
and roll.
I love that lighting. That's what we need.
It's
Bit
very
of
rock
fuchsia
and
for
roll,
your
isn't
evening.
it?
Oh, where are you? You're not in the library, are you? All those musical instruments.
No, we've I've kind of just set up a room as a little bit of a mini. It kind of looks like a venue in here, really, but it's well, if the stage is where my home is, this is my home away from home. Let's call it.
Yes.
Well, it certainly looks like
Love it.
Yeah, I love all those interesting. So tell us, what's been happening for you in the last couple of months? You're in the beautiful part of Kyneton, and tell us what's been going on for you.
Well, we haven't been gigging.
No.
That's not been happening.
No.
Look, it's been a really weird time. Obviously not playing shows and stuff like that, but trying to put my mind at ease by playing a little bit more, and I've just kind of gone over some bits and pieces that I never, musical theory, all the boring stuff that no one wants to hear anything about. And then just been trying to write as much music as I can. It's been tough because it's I guess all musicians want to write from inspiration, things like that, and it's not been a super inspiring time for lyrics and stuff like that. But I've just been kind of trying to occupy my mind, and if anything, I think the main thing I've taken out of all this stuff is that how much I really do love doing what I do, and how grateful I should actually be to, for every show, whether it be a massive festival or a really tiny gig. They're all so important, and I miss it so much. I really do. But just getting ready to get back out there and get on the road. We've got a van. We actually just got a tour van just before all this started. So that'd be nice if we could put that to use. But yeah, that's basically what we've been doing. Just trying to enjoy life in lockdown.
Yeah, you're right, though. I mean, anyone like, over the years, Adele, she went through all that misery and wrote the best albums ever, but, she didn't go through lockdown, did she?
Well, she hasn't written about it yet.
Yes. Oh, God knows what age she is now, 98. But one of the, you are brilliant live, and we are going to get you a little bit live next week with a night the Chapel of Chapel are doing. Friday Nightcaps, and you're going to be one of the guests, aren't you?
Yes, I was absolutely thrilled when they rang me. So Chapel I did probably like, I've got to say 4 years ago nearly now. Feeling quite old. But I absolutely adore that venue. And I think that's one of the things, again, that I said is that you start to miss, the opportunities that you had to play such a beautiful place. Dolly, I know you've played there a bunch of times. It's just like, it's a beautiful place. So to be able to be a part of these nightcap sessions. And I know, Thando and Jess and Matt and Ash Grunwald and stuff that are playing as well. Like, everybody just has so many good things to say about, the venue, but the people that run the shows as well. It's pretty exciting. So yeah, I get to make some noise, which I'm very, very happy about.
Yeah, what will you be doing? I mean, I don't imagine you're going to want to give it all away.
No.
But what will we get?
Well, I actually was in two minds, because I was like, I don't know. Normally when I do the chapel shows, obviously I sing rock and roll as my main thing, but when I do the chapel shows, it kind of gets a little bit more sultry. We do a bit of soul music, bit of country and stuff like that. But I don't think people really want to be sitting there crying or anything too emotional. So I try and keep it a little bit more upbeat. I unfortunately can't have my band here. That's one of the downsides of lockdown life. But I've started playing with like loop pedals and things like that again. So I don't know. I might try something a bit more upbeat and a bit challenging. I'll be dancing around on pedals and stuff like that. But I'll make sure it's fun.
Yes, I think we're ready for that, aren't we?
We really are.
Oh.
I mean, you're like so many other musicians, Reece, like utilising this time to, as you said, you're writing new music, you're finding new inspiration from sources that you never thought possible, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, how excited are you to, birth that into the world when you can and get back on the road to showcase all of that?
In your new van.
In your new van, that's exciting.
In the new van.
The Reece Mobile.
Yeah, the one I'm not allowed to drive because just in case we get a ding in it, it's it's no good. But I'm stoked, like, to not that music was ever really going to get to a point where it completely declined, but I think we just went through a weird time as like humanity in general. Like, things are so accessible, and music started to get to that point where people were interested in going out and watching bands, but really only at festivals. One, because, well, the money, you're gonna go to like a Falls Festival or something like that, and you're going to see 12 to 20 bands in one day. We're not going to be able to do that straight away, which is not great, obviously, but you got to kind of see the light in all things, and I think one of the lights that's going to come out of that is there's going to be so many cool small bars and venues that are going to have all these bands that you're going to get to discover. The way that music probably should be discovered is like, you form a connection with a band or with an artist so much more when you're there, when they are going from 50 to 70 to 100, 300, 3,000. That's such an important part of connecting to your favorite bands, but like feeling a part of it too, like knowing that you were one of the 50 people that were at one of the first Rolling Stones gigs or Cold Chisel gigs. That changes the way you have connection to that band. And I think that's going to be massive in the the next 12 months, is because we are going to have those restrictions maybe, and we're not maybe going to be able to have these 10,000, 20,000 festivals from the get-go. So I'm pretty excited to get out and be able to play again and show people what we've been working on, but two, to see what everybody else has been doing. And like, I'm going to go to so many shows. It's going to be ridiculous. I'm going to make money at my own gig and then just go spend it on everything.
Yes.
Because, it's going to be cool. But we'll just
I was going to say, Reece, I imagine the intimacy would be a two-way thing as well, not just from the audience being able to see people like yourself and, of course, other established and non-established people, but also from you as a performer to get that nice connection again. I think bring it back to grassroots. It's certainly a positive thing for a performer.
Well, we have got you on the 9th. That is Friday week. But we are glad that you could join us tonight, and we look forward to being intimate with you next week.
Lovely.
Cannot wait.
Oh, it'll be so good to hear him sing.
He's a little dynamo, and I know that a lot of you out there love Reece.
Yeah, as evident. Thank you so much for commenting in our socials. A quick hi to Elizabeth going, hi, Reece. And to Rachel Forgione, apologies for mispronouncing your surname. It's your birthday coming up. Happy 20th. You're a big fan, I can see.
20?
I know you'd love Reece to sing for you personally, but I'm sure he will see your messages.
I know.
So lovely. And thank you, everyone, to jumping on. Definitely the love for Reece is there. Oh, and well deserved.
Yes. No, he's absolutely adorable. By the one and only Fem Belling, though, she is amazing. She's been on this with us.
Yes. Yep.
You're going to love it. Love it.
And you too. You're doing a...
Well, I'm there. I mean, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of light lifting, I'll be making a couple
The wine
of
glass.
cocktails.
Oh, the cocktail.
Yeah, I nearly lifted up my skirt, and
Yes,
I don't
you're
know
doing it.
why.
It's so funny when you have a... For
I
those of you that wear big
I'm
skirts, there's some of us that do, and yourself, you're like, ooh. Don't.
No, it's
Leave it down.
not Halloween yet, is it? I'm excited about this. I don't know many people out there amongst our lot that write books, but a mate of ours, a very good mate of this show, has written a book, and I couldn't be more excited about it. It's all about the devil. And anything about the devil has always got my interest. I believe the devil will be in the detail. It is A Deal with the Devil. It is by the authoress Savannah Blaze. And I reckon you should get yourself a copy right now. All you got to do is go to Amazon. If you know Savannah, you can contact her privately. But it looks like a bloody good read. And I'm looking forward to reading my copy.
Yeah, and of course, and Savannah, who watches the show, of course, each and every week. I know, Savannah, you didn't know that we were doing this, and I bet you were sitting in your lounge room having a little private squeal.
She loves a chin.
Oh, I wasn't going that direction. I was just going to say a little happy dance. But,
No, well, you're always happy when you're drinking gin, aren't you?
Anyway, Savannah, congratulations on your book. I hope it does really well, and thank you so much for your support. And I know you're a massive fan of Dolly.
Oh, ours.
Yeah.
We're going to go now to an interview that I'm very excited about. This young man
We're going to hear a song first.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Song first, my love.
All right. Well, is it by the lovely Tom?
Yes, it sure is.
Well, I'm ready for that. We'll be chatting with him right after the song. It is the one and only Tom Oliver. I absolutely adore this man. You watch it, I reckon you will as well.
Australia is on fire, and it's bigger than you think.
Australia's bushfires. Australians are dealing with mental health
New
issues.
South Wales and Queensland are cleaning up after major weather events.
Housing detained refugees.
Set the wheels in motion and watch them turn around. I wanna sail across the ocean. I've grown weary of this town. Take the pressure down, 'cause I can feel it, it's rising like a storm. Take hold of the wheels and turn them around. Take the pressure down.
For many, it is also a source of deep hurt for our Indigenous community.
In a city full of danger, we lead our separate lives, and I was frightened by a stranger with desperation in her eyes. Take the pressure down.
And of course, our arts sector.
'Cause I can feel it, it's rising like a storm.
So important.
Take hold of the wheels and turn them around. Take the pressure down.
In providing inspiration to Australians as we come out of this.
Someone turned the pressure on. I called your name and you were gone, and I was trapped like a prisoner in this lonely town. I'm gonna let things slide until the pressure comes down.
Organisations and companies in the sectors for which I have ministerial responsibility are key to our national response.
Oh, the winner tells the stories, the loser hides in shame. The
cost of a humanities degree is set to double.
The winner steals the glory, while the loser takes the pain. Take the pressure down, 'cause I can feel it, it's rising like a storm. Take hold of the wheels and turn them around. Take the pressure down.
So can I say to everybody in the
Take the pressure down.
communications, art, cyber safety, other sectors,
'Cause I can feel it, it's rising like a storm.
thank you for what you're doing.
Take hold of the wheels and turn them around. Take the pressure down.
We are serving our nation at a critical time, and we will come out of this stronger than we were when we went into it.
Oh.
Woo! Very good.
Wow, we love this man. He's absolutely adorable. Mr. Oliver, are you there?
Hello, legends. How are you?
Oh, legends. That's a nice
know.
way to start. You can stay all
Oh,
night,
he's
my
real
friend.
Aussie, this one. Real Aussie.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? You're both in Melbourne. That's a lot right
Yes.
now.
Oh,
Look,
but we're
it is.
all right. We're
Your lounge
rising
room
up-
looks fabulous.
Yes.
Yes, always.
we got a man in. We want to know all about the Wynnum Festival. What is it all
Wow.
about?
So Wynnum Fringe Festival is Brisbane's only fringe festival, and it's having its inaugural run from the 13th to the 15th of November. I've never put on a fringe festival. I'm an unemployed actor, and this is sort of my silver lining, I guess you could say. It's a lot.
And what is that like? You've got to organise all the acts, all the day, all the night. Is it? What is it?
Yeah, as you would know, Dolly, producer life is real.
Oof.
I've been working with a few people for about a month now, but the concept is that there are a lot of empty shops and laneways and car parks in my hometown of Wynnum in Brisbane. And I've been locked down here with my folks freeloading for a few months. So I've now decided to activate these empty shops with pop-up performances.
Oh, I love
I really love that idea. Yeah.
Program all of my mates and lots of people that I've never met into them for the weekend. And I've found some local sponsors. I've got a team of producers now. I'm really just loving the challenge. And we put up an expression of interest for artists, and we had hundreds of applications. So
9 million.
trying to just find venues for them all now, which is a really awesome problem.
You know what was amazing is that it was announced, and I noticed, I got in there early because I know him, but I noticed that there was you could see there was a media scrum because it was right back when there was nothing going on, nothing was being announced, and this was, it's exciting, isn't it?
It's such a fabulous idea. I really love that artistic concept of going into shops, of going into spaces that the unexpected, which is super cool when you're marrying creatives together like yourself and bringing other artists together. I think it's fabulous.
Totally agree. I mean, who better to pump some life back into a town than creative people and artists? So yeah, it's a lot, and we've got 6 weeks until we're on, and the local community are really keen for it. So just got to make it happen now.
Yes. Is it all on sale now?
No, we're programming shows at the moment. The 13th of October, we'll launch the next phase of the website, which will have all of the artists, all of the venues. And we're programming shows from Friday night right through till Sunday afternoon. So it'll be a 3-day festival.
Fantastic. And look, guaranteed the weather will be stunning at that time of the year. I'm originally a Brizzy person myself, spent 10 years there. I know Wynnum is a beautiful part of the area, very nice. Fun fact, I worked on a TV series down there that never got aired. I think it was a tax write-off. But
that's the best kind.
We got to work in that beautiful setting of Wynnum, so it's a lovely area. So it's a nice place to be locked down with the folks.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so underrated, and I'm loving it. I always tried to run away, always doing gigs interstate and overseas, so I found a whole new appreciation for it.
Oh, it's what we all do, isn't it? And now will the very manly look be there because you're that beard. I mean, really.
I'm always playing kids or people my own age, so it's the only chance I've had to pretend to be older.
Well, it does suit you.
Yes.
So keep it.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, you
I
think it's
like it. I think I could be Dolly Oliver at this rate.
Okay.
You know. Oh,
Well,
Shame
that's if
about
you're
these
into
boys.
older women.
yeah. What? Oh, we better go.
I have
You.
no idea.
Good luck with it all, my darling.
Yes,
Thank
we
you,
wish you
wonderful
all the
people.
best.
Thank you
Oh.
so much for your time.
Oh, it's such a great concept,
Really
isn't it?
is, yes.
I wanted to make mention, Melbourne Spring Fashion Week are doing something similar. It's normally around, it's a little bit earlier, was normally earlier, but of course during COVID times, so they're actually doing something very, very similar in the laneways and empty shops throughout Melbourne. My darling friend milliner, who's a milliner, Jill Humphreys, you're watching. Hello, Jill, and to Lola and Livy. They're doing some really beautiful, no, I'm out, one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm chill. I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, that's.
Anyway, Jill's been invited to do some really amazing installations in some shop windows as well to make like a walking catwalk as such.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
It's a
that.
really great concept to get, they're getting involved and getting amongst it. Melbourne is so full of fashion, and that's the way to do it and to do it safely.
Yes.
Differently.
Melbourne needs to come alive. We know that. Our lovely mayor, the lovely Sally Carr, good evening, is doing everything to get it alive. That would be great. I've done a lot of good work in the laneways of Melbourne. Different, very different to that. But we're up for it, aren't
Absolutely, yeah.
we? Love it.
You know what we're up for?
No.
Nope.
Yes,
Yes.
I do. What is it?
Our darling, our community darling, Hello Dean. You never know.
Oh, it's like
he's
Donna Summer, isn't it?
Yes, oh my goodness. Well, look, we know, darling, that, your long hair is, hiding under there somewhere. You did buy some clippers, I believe, but you haven't used them yet.
No.
I haven't had time to actually cut my hair. In this community darling piece tonight, you're actually going to see I've slicked it down as much as I can, but with the Italian hair I have, it's like a scourer just sitting
like
on
a
top
Brillo
of my
pad.
head.
Yes, yes.
A lovely grey pillow pad. Anyway, doll, how are you?
Look, I'm doing absolutely wonderfully. Being able to get outside more now in Melbourne is fantastic, except for the hay fever. Breathing's a bit of a problem.
Yes. You know what is really very, very good for that is red wine.
You're full of advice, Dolly, and I'm going to go and get 6 bottles immediately and drink them tonight, just because you told me so. Who needs a doctor when we've got Dr. Dolly?
I know,
I thought you were just
it's
about to say
absolutely really bad.
Oh,
hay fever.
I just thought you were about to say, Dolly, you're full of it. And I went,
You'd be right.
I'm like,
Yes. Nobody's disagreeing with you there. Nobody.
Could hear a pin drop.
Oh, what is on tonight? What have we got? What are we watching?
Well, tonight we're getting a little geeky and gamery because next week is Games Week here in Melbourne, and the Melbourne Queer Games Festival is happening for the 3rd year in a row. So I decided to find out what it was all about, how it was happening. I even played some games. It's actually ridiculously fun. I'm not a gamer. I don't understand this video gaming, but I had a go of it, and it's really exciting and really fun. So I found out all about the Melbourne Queer Games Festival.
oh, how very interesting. I bet it's not Monopoly
No.
or Scrabble.
No.
I mean, the irony that we're all used to things being virtual now, and they've been virtual the whole time. It just took us a little while to catch up.
Oh.
Well done.
We're
All right,
learning,
darling.
we're nerds.
Enjoy
Well
your
done.
subject, doll.
What was that?
I was
Introduce
going to
it.
say, introduce it. Yeah, go for it. Go on,
Well,
do your
everyone,
best.
sorry, I was like, you both
Going really well.
Well, everyone, it's time for Community Darling. Let's get our gaming on.
Okay, I'm not what you'd call a gamer. I like playing a video game every now and then. But in our queer communities, gaming is huge. And with the Melbourne Queer Games Festival coming our way again next week, I decided to enlist an expert to find out what gaming is all about.
I've always loved video games. They allow you to transport yourself somewhere completely different, to be other characters, to really get out of the bubble that you're in, which is even more timely at the moment. You can be yourself or be somebody else, but you can interact in this online space, which is very different. So you feel quite safe. You know, it's really great to see nowadays a lot more queer characters in games.
But that wasn't always the case, and something developer Luke Miller wanted to see changed. So he created a gay game called My Ex-Boyfriend, the Space Tyrant.
At the time, people were really hostile to the idea of any gay content at all. And I was just like, we're not asking for much. If there's a game where you can get married, there should be a same-sex option. But even that was too far for a lot of people. And so I thought, well, why not just make a game where everything's gay? Just to show people games could be a lot gayer, you know? So just put in the bare amount, or else we'll take it on ourselves and just go way out.
And go way out he did. Luke went from creating a gay game to founding a queer games festival, who were totally doing social distancing and going virtual before it was cool way back in 2018. Its aim is to inform, entertain and challenge LGBTIQ players by reflecting on their own lives in games, bringing the best of the world's gaming culture and development straight to your computer.
It all started years and years and years ago when I was doing an annual list of gayest games of the year. Because back when I started, if you typed gayest game into Google or gay game, it auto-corrected it to worst games. And I thought, we've got to fix that and retrain the algorithm. And so by publishing a list of gayest games of the year, that did slowly work its way up Google until it kind of displaced worst games. It sort of got a bit too big just to do by myself. And so I thought, like, stop it or take it to the next level. And so we decided to do a queer games festival, sort of modeled on the Melbourne Queer Film Festival.
It's a lo-fi downloadable online event that is put together thanks to a small, dedicated group of volunteers who love queer gaming. Thanks to them, we can go onto the platform and see these fantastic games that are created by developers from all around the world, giving us a space to access them and play along. You're not just watching someone else play a game on a screen, you're actually doing it.
We love the queerness as in the other and the strange and the alternative. It's not just necessarily queer characters or anything like that. It can just sort of be a queer worldview or queer mechanics. And then they just send them in and we have a little showcase and people can play them.
Going virtual and digital isn't something we just started doing during the pandemic lockdown. It's been going on for years. And you know what? I jumped on to the MQGF website and looked at all of the games that were in the past two festivals and had a bit of a play. And I can tell you it was so much fun. The scope of ideas, whether big or small, were really engaging and entertaining.
It's quite humbling that people share their games with you because coding is very personal. It's almost like poetry or very intense writing, and with queer games especially, there's this extra level of intensity to them because they're often quite autobiographical.
So head to the Melbourne Queer Game Festival's website where you can check out all the games that people have created for the past 2 years, and hold on to your hats for next week when more than 30 new games by developers are going to be dropped for you to enjoy, explore and engage with.
As we think about computer games, they're all sort of shoot 'em ups and sci-fi or fantasy. You know, most of the games in the festival, they're very grounded games, like science fiction and fantasy is the minority of these things. Most of them are downloadable and will run within like 2 or 3 clicks. So you've got any curiosity, but you're not a gamer, you don't need any fear at all. Like they're so easy to run, it's crazy. And even maybe a quarter of them to a third of them actually run in your browser. Last year, there was a big stream of sort of non-binary games, like people just sort of teasing out that concept. But this year, the thing that's surprised me has been quite a few ace games, asexual games, which is just sort of, it's just always really cool to see people teasing out their own feelings and stuff. One entry from Japan that I was playing yesterday, it's this queer developer there, and their most popular one from a few years ago was this character coming to terms with themselves being trans. This year, their game is, the main character, her friends have come out as in a lesbian relationship, and she doesn't realize at first that they're in a relationship. And it really confronts her when she finds out. And then she starts to look at her own relationship with her boyfriend. For a big part of the game, she's going, am I a lesbian? You know, is that actually what this is this what's happening to me? And then she comes to the realization that actually she's romantically attracted to her boyfriend, but sexually she's ace.
I asked Luke what was on the cards for the 2020 Melbourne Queer Games Festival, and he honestly struggled to narrow down which games he could talk about because he loved all of them so much.
I always have a soft spot for the romantic games. There's a lot of trans werewolf vampire games. It's a very common theme, this kind of monsterism. I mean, we've got a game this year from Turkey, this soccer club there, which is sort of fighting against intolerance and everything. They've made a computer game about it. I guess I don't want to play favorites too much. So you're just kissing your boyfriend and these little stars pop up and you have to click on them. It's so sweet and romantic. Like the first peck on the cheek is just like 1 star. And then you go in for like a second thing and there's like 2 stars. And then you just kind of keep going in for more kisses and then like 50 stars pop up. Your interaction with it mimics a little bit of that kind of kissing session you have with a guy.
You know what? That's a game I want to play. It's going to be the most action I've gotten all of 2020. But what are you waiting for? Why not head to the Melbourne Queer Games Festival website and check out all of the games from the past 2 years and hang tight for the ones coming next week. Just go to mqgf.com.au. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, it's come a long way since the old Atari.
Oh, I'm no good at them.
No, me neither. Not so great. But how fabulous. What
Yeah,
a great
we love
concept. Tash and Kelly, who are watching, hello, lovely ladies in Sydney, wanting to know where Dean got his singlet from. It was a gift to Dean, so if anyone out there knows where to get something like that from, hit us up. We'll pass it on.
Good evening, ladies.
Hi.
Yes.
All right, our next little something we're going to show. Dolly's a little bit nervous.
I am.
Because you actually haven't seen this yet in its entirety.
No.
It's another little number from one of our favourite friends and performers, your pal.
Oh, the one and only Vincent Hooper.
You shot this a couple of weeks ago. And
yeah, he made me, he said, get over there, do this, do that. And I did it. Oh,
you was like...
No questions asked, you know.
So seeing it for the first time, you are, and myself, and all of you, take it away.
I've written this completely original song that nobody's ever heard for somebody very special. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Oh, on the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair of gold and starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the boys in town follow you all around, just like me. They long to be close to you. Oh, Dolly, no one can blow a horn like you. It really is just as you say. Practice makes perfect. Sha-la-la. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair of gold and starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the boys in town follow you all around, just like me. They long to be close to you, just like me. They long to be close to you. you.
For anyone who's just imagine if someone just tuned in halfway through that and saw that zombie action. Vincent, that was great.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was so fun. Oh my God, it's like, oh my God.
Really, really, really good. We loved that. I didn't know what I was doing,
That was
obviously.
great. Yeah.
Very well done, Vincent.
I mean, I saw the title of the song in my run sheet. I'm close to yes, no, the
Oh, we
song. How lovely.
Yes.
And boy, did it take a turn real quick. That was great. I think we need to play that again on our Halloween special.
Yes.
Which we are. We were discussing it earlier.
Oh, yes.
We are going to do a theme for Halloween at the end of the month. Full costume and everything.
I need my makeup checked after
No,
that.
that's well trailed on, darling. It's not
True. Well done.
That was great.
Loved it. Well done, Vincent.
Well done. Right, we need to have a chat now. We need to
calm our farm.
No, we actually yes, right?
We
Calm
did
your
this
farm. Is
earlier,
your farm
didn't
calmed?
we? Yes.
We had a lovely chat earlier this afternoon from this wonderful woman from a fantastic group called Girls Rock Melbourne.
Oh.
And we're going to let Shannon tell you all about it, but it's I've been following it for a couple of years, as I know you have, Dolly.
Yes.
They do really amazing things, but we want to hear all about it from the lovely Shannon, and she's joining us now.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, we're really well.
Looks very nice where you are.
It's just my back garden, and I thought while the sun was still sort of up that I should maybe try to take advantage of it because I've been inside on the computer working all day.
Yes.
Very
well,
cool.
we
It's a
don't
beautiful day.
blame you.
No, very nice. It was a gorgeous day today. Now, tell us, Girls Rock Melbourne, we know all about it because we follow it, but tell our darling viewers who may not come across us what the organisation is about.
Yeah, sure. So we started in 2015 in Melbourne, and we're based on a model that's used all over the world, which is running these music camps to educate and empower female, trans, and gender diverse youth. And we take usually like 5 days. We run camps. The kids come and they're put into bands with people they've never met before. They might not have any musical experience, but they might have experience. It's no experience required. So kind of you get all sorts. And then we put them into bands. They do workshops. They watch lunchtime performances. They get instrument instruction. And then they work together with their band over 5 days to write an original song. And then they perform it on the weekend. So we do workshops that are music related. We do ones that are self-esteem related and confidence building and artistic. They screen print their own band t-shirts. It's just a super fun, inclusive space.
Yes, I mean, what an amazing experience. A lot of us over the years, now I want to know from you, were you in your bedroom with your hairbrush?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you must have been.
But it was always
we didn't have that.
No, that when I first met one of the organisers from Girls Rock Melbourne a couple of years ago on ABC News Breakfast, I was completely blown away by the ethos of it. I thought it was so wonderful for our young women, gender diverse and trans young ladies. Seeing that come through, you would have seen some really wonderful connections with these kids. And they're young adults. They're not all little, of course.
No.
Yes, I catch myself all the time saying kids, and then I have to be like, no, participants.
They're
Participants.
younger than we are. They're younger than we are, yes.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, we've been able to branch out and do different specific sort of workshops and programs. Like we did Rainbow Rock for the first time in January, which was kind of specifically LGBTQIA plus space. So it was anyone who was interested in being an ally or identified in that way or was curious or just wanted to see what it was like. We got to bring kids from all over Victoria who'd maybe never met anybody else that was gender diverse before, And they made the most beautiful friendships and great music. And it's just really lovely to kind of expand that community and give everyone a chance to meet people they may not have otherwise met.
It must be very rewarding. I mean, it is about the music, but it's also about those mates that you can get to know when you're on something like this.
Definitely. There's so many friendships, and there's people who've, some even people have come down from different states to do our camps, and they meet friends that they might not have ever met, and then they've got friends forever, and like the next time they come to Melbourne, if they're in a band, they know someone that's here, or kids from Melbourne, participants from Melbourne know people in Queensland that they can go and network with and sleep on their floor when they gig.
Yeah, fabulous. I reached out to Shannon a couple of months ago to get you on, and we wanted to wait until a time so you knew what was going to be happening, because of course COVID, everything was changing, and you were pivoting with regards to your programming. So what's been planned ahead for Girls Rock Melbourne?
So we've taken a little bit of time to look at where we've come from and where we want to go, and listen to the community input, and also try to brainstorm how to run a program that's sustainable regardless of if we can meet in person or not. So I've been spending a bit of time doing that and thinking about funding opportunities and ways that we can kind of increase our income at a time where, everything we did was in person. So we've not been able to do very much. We did an online camp in July, which was for the first time, was really fun. And then I've been plotting and scheming on a couple little things that we can do to create online networks to keep people in contact between camps, and also to let them know about it, and also to adapt some of what we do to an online space so that people can access it whenever they want, from wherever they want.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, this is a not-for-profit organisation, so you're relying on funding, of course. And now, of course, if anyone out there wants to get involved with it, then go to your website. Donations are very welcomed, of course.
Always.
And I love that, it tears down. You can see, what your money can get for you. I think it's absolutely fabulous, and we can't wait to see what happens next. And then get the girls live in a venue, hopefully soon.
Yes, that's the plan. We're hoping that we can return to in-person programming probably next year, maybe around Easter holidays is what we're hoping for. And the last program that we had in person planned, but we didn't get to deliver, was a regional camp in Castlemaine. So we're hoping that's next up on the list. It's just a matter of waiting until when it's safe.
Fantastic.
Lovely.
Well, lovely. Thank you so much for joining us. And,
thank you for having me.
We will be watching closely. All the best.
Thank you.
Judy Kelly with more from Joy News. Despite COVID-19 restrictions, construction on the Victorian Pride Centre continues. All major external work is now complete, and work progresses on the internal fit-out. The Love Crane has now been dismantled, but the flagpole was erected recently with a rainbow flag flying over the centre to mark the occasion. The flagpole was funded by a group of friends in remembrance of loved ones, and once the centre opens early next year, a range of inclusive flags will be flying intermittently. The third annual Australian Pride in Sports Awards took place in Sydney last night, recognising exceptional organisations and individuals making sport more inclusive for LGBTQ people. Recipients included Melbourne University, recognised as the Sporting Organisation of the Year. Kerrie Driscoll from Lifesavers with Pride is the LGBTQ out role model. And the Community Sport Award went to the Gippsland Rangers Roller Derby's first Australian Pride Cup. The awards are based on the Pride in Sport Index and produced by ACON's Pride Inclusion Programmes. And finally to the United Kingdom, where 5 birds at a wildlife park had to be removed from public display after they started swearing at visitors. On arrival at the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park, the potty mouth parrots were placed in quarantine together, where they taught each other to curse. After their sweary carry-on, they have now been moved to different colonies. The park's chief executive is hoping the 5 African grey parrots will learn different words within those colonies, but there is a risk they will share their bad language and the park will end up with 250 swearing birds. That's the latest from Joy TV News. I've been Judy Kelly. Now it's back to Kerrie and Dolly.
Judy always brings us the Joy News with a difference. I
Yes.
particularly love that last story, and I think you've got
Yes.
something to contribute to the last
Well,
story.
Ellen, we've introduced many weeks ago, but our lovely little Maggie is out there. Fuck! And Maggie is always just got a little bit of a mouth on Maggie, and but Maggie's there. A lot of you will know.
And a little bit of a
Maggie.
layer of dust by the looks.
Yes, she needs a bit of a blow, and but there's
Don't we
Maggie,
all?
there's, and Maggie's there. And those of you that have
Well,
watched,
you're like the regular Dr. Doodle, aren't
well,
you?
yes, I can speak to the animals, and my language is filthy as well, you know.
It depends. We need a song, don't we? Of course. You know, a wonderful woman passed away this week.
Oh, Helen Reddy, unbelievable.
Everyone
you
around
know.
the world, lots of tributes flowing in, of course. And of course, if you watched the recent documentary of hers that was on
Yes.
Stan, I'm Woman,
I'm Woman.
fantastic documentary, wonderful moment. And our next performer.
Yes, the lovely Catherine Alcorn is doing Helen Reddy number 4 as we'll chat to her after this. But what more do we need? The gorgeous Kath. Oh.
She was 41, her daddy still called her baby. And everyone in Brownsville thinks she's crazy. 'Cause she walks to the station with her suitcase in her hand. She's looking for a mysterious, dark-haired man. In her younger day, they called her Delta Dawn. She was the prettiest woman you ever laid your eyes upon. But a man of low degree stood right by her side, and he promised he would take her for his bride. Oh, and did. To take you to his mansion in the sky. Here we go, Houston! Turn on, what's that gallery got on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? Did I hear you say he was meeting you here today? To take you to his mansion in the sky. Hotels sky. He's gonna take you to his mansion. Oh, he's gonna take you to his mansion. He's gonna take you. Oh, yeah. To his mansion. He's gonna take you to his mansion. He's gonna take you. Oh, he's gonna take you. To his mansion in the sky, high, 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 high. He's gonna take you. He's gonna take you and you and you and you. Oh, you. Let's be inside. He's gonna take you. 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 Oh, he's gonna take you. Yeah.
Oh, fabulous.
I know.
Woo!
We need a
That's
little
how we do
bit
it.
more of that every week. I tell you, the one and only Kath Alcorn. Good evening.
Hello, Kerrie and Dolly. How are you?
Hello.
Fabulous. I love that little in between you too. Isn't she gorgeous?
I know. You look bloody lovely, my darling. Are you well?
Thank you so much. I put on a little lash and a lip for you ladies tonight.
Yes.
And a sequin too.
Oh, and
Watch
we are.
me
We
watch
notice.
the
We
camera.
notice. We always
We're partial to a
notice.
sequin. We're very happy that you have dressed up accordingly. Tell us what's been going on in your world.
Oh my goodness. I mean, well, this year has just been throwing stuff at us left, right and centre, has it not? But, oh look, in the middle of the year, we launched an online venue called the Reservoir Room, and we were presenting a variety style show out of the iconic Paddington Town Hall every Friday night. I was co-hosting with Roger Corsa. And then we were presenting an hour of cabaret every Saturday evening, followed by an hour of live music. So that was a 5-week season. So I have been recovering ever since.
Oh, yes.
I know what it is
Yes.
like. Turn over. You're doing 2 shows a week. I mean,
No, we were. We learned. We learned.
very quickly. It is an incredible amount of work, and congratulations on your incredible show. How many weeks have you ladies been running now? I mean, it's extraordinary.
Oh, since when did we start? April.
End of April, yes.
What number episode are we up to
It's
now?
900 years, I think it is.
For you. Oh my God.
It's great. We absolutely love it. We love it.
Well, it's a fabulous show, so thank you so much for having me this evening.
Well, another reason we wanted to get you on is that you've got some gigs. Now, what we love about that is you've got some live gigs coming up.
Live gigs, I do, and they have sold out.
Oh!
Lovelier. Next week I'll be performing upstairs at Claire's Kitchen on Oxford Street. Claire and I have worked together for years. We were at Slide back 10 years ago, back in the day. And Claire's Kitchen is this incredible French-inspired restaurant on Oxford Street, and they do these beautiful petite pop-up cabaret shows upstairs, and it's just a delight. So I'll be hopping up there next Tuesday and Wednesday evening to perform to a beautiful, intimate little crowd. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I know that Mark Trevorrow does there, and Greg Gould, and lots of amazing singers.
Everyone's doing it. Yeah.
The lovely...
The creme de la creme.
Oh, exactly. Last week we had Trevor on.
Oh, yes.
He's doing Show Queen. Obviously, what we love is that you're able to do gigs up there in Sydney.
We are. I was part of a To Melbourne with Love live sort of streaming event last Saturday, which was beautiful, put together by Ilan Kidron from the Potbellies, and we live streamed. We had so many incredible artists, but it was a love letter to Melbourne to help you guys. We are thinking of you all the time, and you are nearly there. You are so nearly there.
Oh, I know.
Well done. Oh, my goodness.
We're ready, aren't we? We're really ready.
We really are. And it's so lovely living vicariously through our beautiful artist friends that are now gigging, like yourselves, and it's the names that we previously mentioned. And that's such a beautiful venue of Claire de Lune's. Lots of great reports from that. So that's really nice that he's getting that variety in there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's such a gorgeous little spot, and it's just a piano with me. So it's a great, easy, simple little gig. It'll be wonderful. I'm really excited.
Now, I mentioned on our social media that you have been doing it all. You were over in America, weren't you, doing Bet?
Yes. I was meant to be there this year. I got the visa. I've spent. I'll wear my heart on my sleeve. My O1B visa cost me $10,000, and it expires in November 2021. So that's next year. So this year we were planning a massive tour of Bet across the United States, but it was not meant to be. So hopefully when the world starts to reopen, we'll be able to pick that up. But we did we debuted the Divine Miss Bet in America in January 2018, and then did 2 return seasons that year alone. And it was just an extraordinary experience. We played New York, we played Arizona, we played San Francisco, San Diego, LA, and ended up in Palm Springs performing at the Copa.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Now you will be doing that again. You do not get that reaction if you are not the absolute best. And you are.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you, very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. I mean, it's an absolute dream, and I fully intend to end up at the Hollywood Bowl doing the show, and just going the whole way after Vegas, of course.
Yes,
of course.
Oh, you've been wonderful, and we're really glad that you could be with us tonight. Well done, my love.
Thank you so much. Lots of love to you and Melbourne and Victoria. We'll see you soon. Can't wait.
Oh, to all our Sydney friends that are going to be out and about, we are excited for you.
Yes.
A little bit envious, but how heaven, where you can.
Wonderful. Good on you.
Yeah, that'll be wonderful to see Kath in the flesh, and we can't wait for that to happen whenever that can be in our time. Well, we've got one more guest, and we're very excited to have a chat with this gentleman about the Geelong Pride Film Festival.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to hear all about it, and welcoming Stephen. Hello.
Good evening. Hi, how are you?
Oh, very
We're
well.
very well.
You're looking the part,
I
sir.
love that place.
Oh, look, I must say that I was very disappointed when we had to cancel or postpone our festival earlier this year. Didn't get to wear this jacket, but I'm wearing it for you tonight.
Oh, and why
it
wouldn't
looks
it? Matches
good.
everything around it, doesn't it? You know what you're doing. We want to know everything about it. What is going on? What are we going to get?
Yeah, fantastic. Look, we postponed our festival that was supposed to be on in April, and now we've moved online. We've got a fabulous festival running from the 23rd of October through to the 3rd of November. We've got a whole range of the best films that we had from our program this year at the Geelong Pride Film Festival. We've got international films, we've got Australian films, we've got films from Geelong. We've got everything. We've got look, one of the feature films I'm really passionate about is the documentary Gay Chorus Deep South, which follows the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus on a concert tour. Yeah, of the most conservative states of the US, and they go on that tour.
I know of it, and I would imagine it is wonderful to be able to watch it, and that's what we'll obviously be doing. But give us a little bit about it. Wet our whistle.
Well, they travel throughout the very conservative states. They expected to have a really hard time with some of the very conservative churches, for example, that they went and performed in, and they expect to be welcomed by the LGBTI community down there. What they found was a bit of a mix. They were embraced by some of the churches, and some of the LGBT community were a bit reticent. So it's a really interesting and powerful documentary.
Oh, the gays. Oh, they can be so fickle.
Now, Stephen, I guess the great positive thing about taking your festival online is that you're opening up to such a broader audience now.
Yes.
So it's not just in Geelong. You are now really international.
Global.
Yes, yeah. Well, we've restricted it just to Australia, so people can watch if they're in Australia. But we're partnering with other festivals as well, with Goulburn Valley Pride on their Out in the Open festival. So we're going to be showing some films. They'll be promoting us. We'll be promoting them, and so we're reaching new audiences. It's really fantastic.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
that what it is all about? And you know, we look for what we're getting that is good out of all of this. And you're right, it is that a national audience.
Yeah, finding a whole lot more people. And there's, you know, Australians, we do love our movies.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a real film culture in this country.
Yeah, one of my favourite sessions in the festival is called Happy Endings. It's a collection of short films which have positive, uplifting endings in them. And I tell you what, there's one film called Cocodrillo. It's a Spanish film. I think everyone can relate to it. About a mother and a young son. They're separated by distance, and they're viewing each other, you know, virtually as well. It was filmed before COVID, but it really resonates. And I challenge anyone to watch that film and not have a tear in your eye at the end of it.
Oh, I love that. And is there anyone that you know that doesn't love a happy ending? Wonderful that you could join us.
There's a whole range of happy endings in
Oh, we love that.
Just what we need right now.
Yes,
we really
exactly right. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much, Dolly. Thanks so much, Kerrie. And log in and enjoy the festival, and tickets are on sale from tonight.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Great. Another great festival going online, being accessible to so many more people.
And he knows his movies, doesn't he? That Stephen Ryan knows his movies.
Sounds good. Well, that comes to the end of a really jam-packed show. I know we've gone. Well, you know, we don't spit.
A little bit over an hour, but
stick to any time schedule. We try to get enough.
We don't need.
No, we can do whatever we want, and we usually do.
Yes, we are.
So thank you to all of our amazing guests tonight. Next week we are jam-packed once again with a fabulous array of musical performances from lots of different artists. We're excited to have them on board. We'll be talking about November.
Oh, yeah.
Are we looking at you, looking gorgeous? You'll be looking at me, another blouse. Love your work.
We'll be waiting on you. That's what we want.
Keep well, everybody. See you next
everybody.
week. Bye.